Hello everybody, welcome. Today we discuss principle of aerial photogrammetry definitions regarding to aerial survey or photogrammetry, scale of photograph and various type of scale and numerical based on scale. Principle of aerial survey. In this case of the principle of aerial survey, we study this diagram, and in this diagram this is the directions of flight. Okay, this is the directions of flight. Then this axis is called as the camera axis. This is the directions of gravity, and this line is represented as a north. Okay, this angle is this is the theta, azimuth of the photograph. S stand for the swing. This is the S. This S stand for the swing, and N is stand for the nadir. N is stand for the nadir. Capital N stand for the nadir. K is stand for the principal points. This is the K. The principal point is nothing but it is a line joining of the vertical and horizontal. Okay, center to center line here, and another line. This is the x-axis, x line and y line. This is, and then join. This is the center point is referred as the K. This is the principal points. This principal point is stand for the principal points. Then similar point which is obtained on the ground also. This is called as the ground principal points. NOK and small NOK is called as principal plane. Okay, this is the ABCD is the photographs. This is the A, B, this is the C, and this is the D. ABCD, and this axis is referred as, this is the suppose positive x which is considered, and this is the negative y. Okay, according to the Cartesian coordinate system, that is here this is the x and this is the y, and this is the plus, this is the negative, this is the plus, and this is the negative. Okay, means this is the first quadrant. Okay, this is the second quadrant, and this is the third quadrant. Okay, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. Okay, according to this Cartesian coordinate system, and here given the x-axis and y-axis, this is the positive y-axis, this is the positive y-axis, and this is the negative y-axis. Okay, now we observe here this is the photograph. This is called as the photographs, and we showing here the all detail. Now this is the true vertical plane. Already we know that true vertical plane. Okay, this is a perfectly vertical 90 degree, which is making with the axis of that camera axis, and then vertical line is match here, and here the nadir and isocenter, which is match here, but here the nadir line and then isocenter which is tilted here. Okay, means this is the tilt, and due to that this is called as the tilted aerial photographs. This is the tilted aerial photographs, and this is a true vertical air photograph. True vertical aerial photographs or true vertical air photograph. Now we discuss some definitions regarding that principle of aerial survey. For the clear understanding, I am drawing here the one sketch. Yes, this is the A, This is the B, and this point is called as C and D. Now one vertical line here drawing. Continue. And again I am drawing another line here, and this is the horizontal line, and this is the north. Okay, and this angle which is made with this north, this is called as the phi. Okay, and this is called as the O. This point is referred as the O. Exposure stations. O, the point in the atmosphere occupied by the center of camera lenses. Center of camera lenses at instance of photography. This is called as the exposure stations O. Then flying height. Vertical distance between exposure stations and mean sea level. This is called as the flying height. Or any another definitions when we say that on any another word, height of the aircraft above the chosen datum. Then flight line, line traced by exposure stations in atmosphere, track of aircraft. This is called as the track of aircraft, flight line. Then now photo principal plane K. It is point on photograph obtained by projecting camera axis to intersect at a point on photographs known as photo principal point. Okay, this point is called as the photo principal point K. This point is called as the photo principal plane or photo principal point K. Camera axis extended up to ground. The point obtained on ground is called as the ground principal points. Okay, and I am drawing here the ground surface. Then extensions of that principal points. This is called as the ground principal points. This point is called as the K, ground principal point. This point is called as the ground principal point K, and this point is called as the photo principal plane K. Then another is the photo nadir points. It is the points on photographs obtained by dropping vertical line from camera center. Okay, this is called as the photo nadir point. And horizon point H. It is a point of intersections of horizontal line through center of lenses and principal line NP on photograph. Another definitions: principal plane defined by the exposure stations O, ground nadir point N, and ground principal point P, that is NOK, principal plane. Principal line of intersections of principal plane with photographs plane, that is NK. Azimuth A, clockwise horizontal angle measured about ground nadir point from true north to the principal plane of photograph, that is phi. Swing S, angle measured in plane of photographs from positive y-axis clockwise to photo nadir point. Okay, now I am drawing here the another photographs for the clear understanding. This is the photographs. Sorry. Okay, and this is the y, and this is the x. Okay, and then which this point we consider here according to the Cartesian coordinate system plus plus. This point is called as the plus plus. This point is called as the minus minus. This point is called as the minus minus. Okay, and this quadrant is referred as first quadrant. Okay, we're moving this quadrant system in anti-clockwise direction. This quadrant is called as second quadrant. This quadrant is called as the third quadrant, and this quadrant is called as the fourth quadrant. Okay, then according to that, seeing this point is referred as the principal point. Okay, this point is referred as the principal point, and when we are measuring the angles with respect to this positive y-axis, this is the positive y-axis. This line is called as the positive y-axis, and we measuring this angle with this line. This is called as the swing S. This is called as the swing S. Okay, clockwise positive y-axis clockwise to photonadir point. Clockwise to photonadir point. Okay, this direction is referred as clockwise direction. This direction is referred as clockwise directions. Okay, isocenter I, point on photo where bisections of tilt fall on photo. Dotted line in the sketch. Axis of tilt, it is a line in plane of photograph perpendicular to principal line at the isocenter. Scale of photographs. This is some parameters which is required to obtaining the scale of that photograph. This is the focal plane, this is the focal length, this is the lens, and focal length which is denoted by the small f. Okay, and then plane of the equidistance position. This is the sea level. Okay, and this is called as the flying height h. Then scale of photograph. To perform computations, one must know capital H is equal to height above the datum from which photo taken. Okay, here the aeroplane, suppose I am showing here the diagram of that aeroplane. Okay, this is the diagram of that aeroplane, and then when measure exposure, this is the height, this is called as the h. Okay, then height above the datum from which photo taken. Okay, this is the datum, mean sea levels, or we considering the any datum, suppose mean sea level or with respect to that ground surface. Okay, the h. F is equal to focal length of camera lens. Small f is equal to in centimeter or mm. Then scale of photograph is equal to distance between two pins of photographs upon distance between same two pins on photographs. Then scale of photographs, photo distance divided by ground distance. Scale of vertical photograph. This is the diagram which is related to that, how we calculating the scale of that vertical photograph, and there are some elevations which is present with respect to that MSL, mean sea level, and this is the ground, and this is the elevation height. Scale of a vertical photograph, the capital S is equal to focal length f divided by s dash, or f is equal to s is equal to small f divided by capital H minus h. F is equal to focal length, which is generally considered the 6 inch or 152.4 mm is common focal length, and then h dash is equal to height of plane above ground. and small h is equal to height or elevations of ground. Then capital H is equal to height of place above datum. Okay, the scale varies from point to point. Scale of photographs at point P on ground having elevation HP is equal to F divided by capital H minus HP. Scale for any point capital S is equal to F divided by capital H minus small h. And representative fractions RF is equal to 1 upon H minus H divided by F. Scale of a vertical photo, datum scale. All the points of photographs are assumed to be projected on MSL. Reduced level plus 0.000 SD is equal to F divided by H. Average scale. All the points of photographs are assumed to be having average elevation above mean sea level. SAV is equal to F divided by capital H minus H average. Other method for finding the scale of vertical photograph by measuring ground distance. Scale of photographs is equal to photo distance. It is a ratio of photo distance to ground distance, that is LP divided by LG. Okay, this is the photo which is considered here. This is the photo. And then I am considering suppose any 2 points, that is A and that is B. The distance between A and B, that is the distance between A and B, or length of AB is the measurement on photograph, and that is called as the LP. Now, when I am considering all these are the dimension which is measured on that ground. This is the AB. Okay. I am considering here the A dash, suppose A dash, B dash for calculations of the LP, and here A and B. The length of A and B which is measured on that ground. Actual measurement which is taken the photograph, and on that photograph A dash, B dash, the length of A dash, B dash, this is called as the LP. The length of AB on the ground, this is called as the LG. Okay, understand, this is called as LG. By determining the distance from existing map, LP is equal to photo distance, LG is equal to distance on existing map. LP is equal to photo distance or LG is equal to distance on existing map, or this is our ground measurement. Then scale of photograph SP divided by scale of existing map, that is the SM. Is equal to, means scale of photograph SP, then scale of divided by scale of existing map, SM, is equal to photo distance. LP divided by, it is the ratio of LP and LG. This is the equivalent. Then scale of photograph SP, the scale of photograph SP is equal to SM, that is SM into LP divided by LG. SM into LP divided by LG means this is the SM is nothing but it is the scale of existing map. Multiplied by ratio of LP to LG, and then we get the scale of photograph. Example. Now, for the better understanding, we go through the one detailed example how we calculating the scale. This example, assume that two road intersections shown on a photograph can be located on a scale 1:30,000 scale topographic map. The measured distance between the intersection is 47.2 on the map and 94.3 mm on the photograph. Okay, this is the scale which is represented, scale of the topographic map. This is the measured distance. The measured distance between the intersection is 47.2 mm on the map and 94.3 mm on the photograph. On the photographs, what is the scale of that photograph? What is the scale of the photograph? And second is what is the requirement? Scale of photograph. And second requirement is, at the scale, what is the length of fence line that measures 42.9 mm on the photograph? Means first we calculate the scale of that photograph, and then we using the scale of that photograph for finding out the length of fence. Okay. Then example solution. The ground distance between the intersection is determined from the map scale as. Okay, this is the 0.0472 meter. Okay, we convert this mm to meter multiplied by scale. Okay, inversion we consider here, inverse of that scale, 30,000 divided by 1 is equal to 1416 meter is the actual measurements. Then now by direct ratio the photo scale is, then S is equal to 0.0943. This is the measurement on that, then divided by 1416 meter. This is the calculated distance is equal to, we get the scale here. We get the scale 1:15,000. Scale is the 1:15,000. Okay, we getting the scale of that photograph, and then we using this scale of that photograph for calculating the another second parameter. Then now the ground length of the 42.9 mm fence line is D is equal to 0.0429 meter. Fence length measure on aerial photographs. Then S is equal to 1 divided by 15,000 or 1:15,000, which is scale. The scale which is obtained of the previous solution. Then capital D is equal to fence length on the ground. Fence length on the ground. What is our scale? Scale is equal to D divided by capital D. Means this is the measurement on photograph. Okay, length of photograph upon length of ground. That is LP. That is LP divided by LG. LP divided by LG, and then we get the scale. Then D is equal to, capital D is equal to D divided by small d divided by S, and then we using here the formula. We substitute all these are the values, scale value 1 divided by 15,000 and D, and then we get the value here 643.5 meter. Okay, this is the illustration related to the how we calculating the scale. Then another example, the camera equipped with a 152 mm, that is 6-inch focal length is used to take a vertical photograph from a flying height of 2750 meter above mean sea level (MSL) if the terrain is flat and located at an elevation of 470 meter. What is the scale of the photograph? Okay, this is the second. We using the another formula. Here scale is equal to small f divided by capital H minus H. Yes, small f stand for the focal length, which is given in the problem 152 mm. Then capital H is given here the 2750 meter, that is the flying height, and then elevations or height which is represented here 470 meter, small h. Then we substitute all these are the value in the formula of that scale, and then first we convert all these are the values in one scale, that is mm into meter, and this meter and meter, and then we substitute this value, and then we get the scale 1:15,000. Okay, here we substitute these values and we getting the value of scale. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening this lecture, and we will meet again in this lecture series on photogrammetry survey. And thank you very much.